appreciate y'all for doing some amazing things, helping this show grow, allowing people to put your business on this platform so that they can grow and reach other people, reach the masses, man. It's amazing. When you can help somebody else grow and help somebody else solve a problem, you most definitely are making moves for yourself, and you're making moves for your own business to grow. You're helping somebody else become successful and helping yourself at the same time. And we about to get this thing started. There we go, man. We connected now, y'all.
Man, what's happening? What's happening?
What's happening?
Man, bless, man. How about yourself, bro?
Man, I'm good, man. Hey, listen, Facebook just don't like us right now, but we doing too much.
I guess they know what's finna happen, bro. They know what's finna happen.
Yeah, straight up, man. Just to get started, man, let everybody know where you from, what you represent, and how you get down, man.
And I'm one dog, man. West Side, Winterport, Florida, by the way. Edenville, call it Winterville, man. On West Side, Dog P, man.
That's what's up. Hey, man, listen, before we get started, I always like to ask everybody these two questions because everybody's opinion and their feelings and emotions are different. And sometimes we can connect together on one accord. But just drop some knowledge on how you feel about the George Floyd situation and the COVID-19, how it's affected you or helped you push further in your career.
Oh, man, I guess I start off with the COVID right now because, there's a lot of people that's suffering, especially our people right now with it, man. And blessing to everybody that's dealing with it. I just went to a funeral last weekend of a cousin of mine that passed away. Shout out to me, rest in peace. It's just I look at it like another form of biological warfare on our people, man. You know what I'm saying? And if it affected other people as much as it affected us, they would have been done something about it. So we just got to stay prayed up out here, man, and stay safe, man, much as possible, man. But prayer first and foremost. But for the COVID, man, to make you focus, reevaluate yourself and what you're doing, and refocus on what's important. You notice you see everybody, hanging out with their family as much as possible and playing cards or hanging out, enjoying one another, and that's what it. So it has its, it has its bad parts, but it definitely has it's a blessing within the curse as well.
Yeah, it is.
Enjoying life and appreciating life because you don't know where it's coming from. Every day it can affect you just walking out the door. So you definitely want to take care of yourself, though, man.
Yeah.
As the George Floyd situation, man, rest in peace to him and the many others throughout time that has dealt with that situation. Me personally, I'm not an advocate of begging for justice or asking for anything. I'm an advocate for protecting yourself by any means necessary when it comes to situations like that, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of people when they have young brothers talking about protecting themselves, they automatically stem them as being violent. Why is that violence? I love my life just as much as anybody else, or I love my child or anybody else that's in my life. It don't have to be in my life. If I see a brother out there in trouble, I'm riding by, I'm gonna stop and see what's going on. And we have that. We have that human right. I ain't talking about rights in in the Constitution, because we have none. But my human right, God-given right, with God putting breath in my body, I can, by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're not out here harming folks. A simple traffic stop shouldn't equate to your heart pumping 1,000,000 miles per hour. Worrying about you won't make it out of it. You know what I'm saying? And the Cox family, they can go home and they can be with their kids after that. But I it's big ups to his family, but that's a real touchy situation for me. Being a young black man and dealing with it. I have dealt not with brutality itself, but of course, I'm pretty sure a lot of us by this time in our life has faced some kind of racism. Dealing with police. Yeah,
that's crazy, man. That's deep. But what's even deeper is the fact that we know what's going on and they know what's going on.
Correct.
And a lot of times we have people who are black are playing, trying to play both sides because they're trying to either get something out of it to gain some type of, some type of success, or, to, push their own agenda. But when you have a lot of people who don't support us as a community, especially our own people, and we kind of turn our backs against our own people, it says a lot about the character and integrity of those people that look just like us, but side with those who don't look like us.
Man, that's real talk, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off.
So yeah, it's good. But let's talk about One Dog, and let's get on One Dog level right now, because brother, you got some music out there that's kind of controversial, man. You got some lyrics that's out there that's heating up the waves, boy. And I ain't talking about the ocean. I'm talking about the airwaves. That's getting in people's head, man. So you know what I'm saying? Like you are an exceptional type of artist that's out here saying something that's to ignite the mindset. What is it about the music that you make that's pulling people in, that's recognizing what you're doing right now?
It's spiritual from the heart, and at this time in our lives, we need that, man. You know, being a young brother that understands those elements, what the average rapper talks about. I've shed too many tears, you know what I'm saying, to talk about it like it's something cool or something for black people to really look up to. Because when I talk to my people, you know what I'm saying, and you know, I appreciate, you know, other nationalities of people showing love to my music, but I talk to the people, you know what I'm saying, and I want them to understand that I love them, you know what I'm saying. I love my people. I don't have no fan club. I have loyal supporters. I have extended family, I call them. I'm not bigger than nobody, you know what I'm saying. I have my own imperfections, but I just want them to, you know, think about what's going on out here. Like I say, if you in a situation, you know, I had an older brother when I was younger, being in prison and seeing my mom lose weight, crying every night, holding a Bible. There's no way I can talk about going to prison like it's cool. Or being to a funeral and see one of your best friend moms pass out in that funeral from grief.
Yeah.
It's no way I can talk about that like killing another brother or dying out here is something to brag about. So it's just something, it comes from the heart, it's spiritual. So especially in these times, man, money can't save you, nothing, no material, no nothing. None of those things are important right now. So I think this is the perfect time for, you know, to put something out there to the people, especially, you know, of course, a lot of people at home, and you know, everybody needs something to keep motivate them, you know, through these trying times.
What do you say to the younger people today, when they see you and they listen to your music, and the response that you either get from them, or whether it be good or bad? What do you say to them to connect with them?
Oh, shoot, man, tell them about my personal life stories. Let them know that, you know, everything that you claim you're doing out here, I've done it, or somebody close to me have. So it's just me connecting with, talking straight up. No metaphor, not too many metaphors, just letting you know, just, you know, the same game that was given to me by OGs, and just so letting you know I don't want nobody thinking I'm talking down on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking with you, I'm walking with you. But I care about you, I love you. So if my words seem like chastisement, then that's what it is, because I do it because I love you.
That's conviction.
That's it.
That's conviction.
Yes, sir.
That's it. That's conviction.
That's it, man. You ever had a home?
You know, like, I think we about the same age, but you know, like I know, when the older generation would talk to you and you did something wrong and you felt it in your chest, you knew it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? You got the chills in your body, you knew it was wrong. So it wasn't no need of us being mad at them for trying to get us on the right track to keep us from going left or going right. So if you feel that if somebody talking to you and they trying to give you good information, you know that if that feeling, I call it a cheat, because I just got it right now, because what you said touched me. So you can feel that conviction hit you. Come on, man. You can't ignore it.
Man, you gotta respect it. Then you know how many times we have been chastised young and still doing whatever we wanted to do, and realize, dang, mama was right, or dang, grandma was right. You know what I'm saying? Dang, OG was right. You know what I'm saying? And that's a tough pill to swallow when you figure it out the hard way through your own experience. And we all trying to save, you know, me personally, and you know, I know guys like yourself, we all trying to, you know, save you from those trying times, because sometimes, man, sometimes it's rough, you know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
and you got to get on your knees and really
You gotta
beg
pray.
God to bring you through it. Yup, for real, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in your corner seem like,
Yeah.
you just you and God
Yeah.
breaking down, you know what
I,
I'm saying? In the
I, I
church.
I think what's happening now today is when I ride the streets of Orlando, when I ride the streets of Winter Park, Edenville, just think about the times when we grew up, you don't really see a bunch of people hanging out on the corners like they used to,
Right, right,
slanging dope, whatever it is they were
right.
doing. They of course there's so many new ways of how to do your thing without trying not to get caught by not. And this is not, to glorify anybody that's selling drugs or doing anything illegal. It's just that the way that when we grew up, you knew somebody was standing on the corner all day. You knew what was up.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
You
You know
ain't
what
have
time
to
it was.
ask. You knew
Yeah,
what they was doing. If
you
they
know
at
what
the
time it
store
was.
at 8 o'clock in the morning when you walking to school, and they there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon when you get out, you
Yeah,
knew what they was doing.
yeah,
But
but
now you got it where they got new ways of doing this thing.
right,
So
right,
because they
right,
got new ways of doing it, they had to be smarter. The cops got to get smarter. The government got to get smarter. They got to wise
right.
up. When you make your music, knowing from how we listen to music back then, what is the process, the thought process for you to make sure that it don't sound like 8 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
Man, it just being original, being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, and being sharpened by OGs. Like Tupac, you know what I'm saying, the Scarfaces, and but putting my own thing on it, but taking them diamonds that they gave us, those precious jewels that they gave us, and spread it down, just like our great grandmamas and ancestors brought those jewels down all the way up to, but now our generation now is those jewels have turned into material jewels, not spiritual
Mm-hmm.
jewels that we used to get. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? The things that can make you take you to the next day and get you through those hard times. We
right.
forgot about that. Just like we wanted to give our kids everything we ain't have, but we forgot about teaching them what Big Mama taught us. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
most
saying? And
definitely.
and shit,
It,
and
it's
rule with that iron fist. Sometime we ain't tearing up enough asses. Excuse my language,
nah,
but we ain't tearing up
nah, we
enough
ain't.
behinds back up,
No, you said it
behinds
right.
out up. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them feel entitled.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to work, grind for nothing. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Everybody owe them something. And it ain't just them, because you can tell by those that raised them where they got they fool. You know what I'm
That's
saying? They
true.
foolishness from. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And foolishness begets foolishness. So, if you have somebody that's in your life that can show you another way of doing something that's ignorant, you need to follow that. You need to listen to that, because if you're out here trying to do what somebody else did a long time ago and they got them in either dead or in jail,
right.
what are you gonna gain from by doing the same thing? You
Man,
can
that's
say, "Well,
that.
I'm gonna
That's
do it
that.
different. I ain't gonna get caught."
Yeah,
Everybody get caught.
man. That's
It might
but
be a
that's that generational curse, man. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? That's that curse that's on us, man. And we feel like we can outsmart something that people paying billions and billions of dollars out here, man, to figure out
yeah,
a way to, like you say, is new ways to catch crimes and what's going on, and now shoot, cats put all their business all on social media, so there ain't really too much they got to do anyways right now.
nah,
They know who
yeah,
you got beef with. They know, what I'm saying, who you copping from. They know when
yeah.
you getting it. So I don't know else.
It,
I don't know, what else to say about what's going on in this generation. But that's a lack of self love, man. You need an
right,
attention any kind of way, and most of the time that attention come the negative way,
yeah,
man. And you gonna get it. However you put it out, you gonna get it. And a lot of them ain't built to receive it like that, and that's another problem, because a lot of them ain't standing up on what's going on, and you know believing all that, they're ratting and snitching, and a lot of them just
right,
ain't. That just come down to being a man, you know what I'm saying?
right,
Because I can't tell nobody how. One thing I won't do is tell another brother how to feed his family, especially
right,
when we put in a position out here as a people, not to too much have nothing.
yeah,
So I'm not gonna ask you not to get it out the mud, but be G about what you got going on, and be, what I'm saying, and respect the code that comes with it, and respect
right,
everything that comes with it. I mean everything, because
right,
before you even get into it, you already know it's two things promised. You
yeah,
already know that it's guaranteed. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's a blessing if you make it out of that. And those that have made it out there, and that's doing this music and still promoting it like that's what it is, I wish nothing but the worst.
Yeah.
Because God ain't bring you out of that to mislead the next generation.
Right. And I think what's most important for us, even for us that are 39, 40, and I'll be 41 this year, just the fact that what we did 25, 27 years ago, what we thought was cool, when we get to this point now, your mama say, boy, you're gonna realize all that what you did gonna catch up with you.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, like, you know, when we have our own kids, we like, nah, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, this ain't the way to go. I did
Right.
that. I'm gonna tell you
Right.
right now, as my great grandma used to say, a hard head to make a soft ass, straight
Yes,
up.
sir.
Ain't no easy way of turning that.
Ain't no
You can
sugarcoating
learn.
that, man. Ain't
You can
no
learn from
sugarcoating
somebody
that.
else's mistakes.
Yeah.
Right. You can learn from somebody else's mistakes so that you don't have to go down that same road. You don't need to go to jail. You don't have to go to jail. It's a
Correct.
choice. The most powerful gift that God has given us is the power of choice, freedom of choice. You can choose to do the right thing, you do the wrong thing. And if you know in your heart it's the wrong thing, you still do it anyway. It's going to be on
Correct.
you to what happens and the consequences. So,
Correct.
is there anybody that you work with? Because I seen KP47 got something coming out too,
Man, that's
and
my
y'all,
brother, man.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I be honest with you, bro. I know you from back in the day, but what I say,
Yeah.
I can't call it. But I say
Yeah.
it don't matter. I gotta get this brother on the show. I saw KP, I saw KP post. I'm like, man, these guys look familiar, man. I know, man. Hey, it's all good. And I said,
Yeah.
we got to bring them. We still Florida all the way. We got to support one
All the way
another. However
around.
we got to
We
do it.
locked in.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
locked in. Yes, sir. We locked in. Yeah,
Yeah.
KP, my mother shoes, brother, iron sharpens iron, man. We go back to 11, 12 years old, man. You know.
Yeah.
And shout out to Tita Dog, man. That's my bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was on the show
come
about
together.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's my bro, man. That's bro was the first one to help me get a video. You know what I'm saying? Out here,
Yeah.
that was like 2010 or 11, man. Like, bro, that's my dog, man. Orange Center,
Yeah.
Doug Peter Orange Center, shout out, man. Peter Dog.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
real, for real. Well, let's talk about this Nick Cannon situation, man. Let the people hear the thoughts and the intelligence that you got and how you feel about this whole Nick Cannon situation. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't read I just read the front page of it, and I was
Right.
like, you know what? I'm not gonna dig into it right now. And I haven't been meaning to get back into it, but shed some light on how you feel about that, man.
Man, brother was telling the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't attack them so hard. See, the controversy is always controversy around the truth, man.
Yeah.
Even just like look at modern day times, like when you seen brothers like Malcolm, you seen brothers like Tupac. Why it's always controversy around their name? Because they real, they
Right.
truth. You know what I'm saying? And of course Nick Cannon, he was caught in the moment. He wasn't expecting, but that's real. But at the same time, me and Tita Dog had a conversation on Facebook about it, and at first it was like when he apologized, I was like, man, we got to be patient with our people because everybody has their growth, and you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Somebody God had to be patient with us as well when he apologized. But then when he went back on the show and went and got a rabbi, you know what I'm saying, a fake Jew, he called it Jewish, meaning Jewish. You practice the faith, but you don't hold the bloodline. But
Right.
people, the true chosen people read those scriptures from Deuteronomy, chapter 28, 18 through 68. It prophesies to you about the whole enslavement, how our names would be taken, we'll be cut off as a nation. Everything you can look around us as a people to this day. What's going on in all those is written in the scriptures. Revelation 2:9 is telling you about the fake Jews and they really calling them the synagogues of Satan and making people calling anti-Semitic. How is
Right.
that when we hold the bloodline of the real people of Israel? And
Right.
that's what I'm saying, and that's why there was so much controversy behind it, because it's the truth, and I don't want people to waking up to the truth. And Nick Cannon was right, but he was wrong for apologizing. You live and die,
Yeah.
you stand on truth. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I have to let T the Dog know he was right, but at the same, he an intelligent brother, so he know how to think. I wish I'm it's a yin and a yang with the situation, because one part of it he got 1 million followers, so that sparked the conversation for a lot of people that never thought about it before. on the flip side, these million followers looked up to you, and they expected more out of you. You know what I'm saying? To stand on it, so they can give them hope. Cause a lot of people we
Right.
love, you know, as people, we looking for something. We looking for
Yeah.
something, and we need that. You know what I'm saying? But man, you telling the stone cold truth, bro. Anybody read that scripture? That's our history in that Bible. It's everything, and through not only just through scripture, you can read different books and different things like that. It'll tell you about that. You know, I've talked to African brothers, and they ran down the history, and basically some of them someone was arrogant about it, and someone basically was like, man, I apologize for, you know, what our ancestors did to your ancestors. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And with your people, they knew who we were when we
Yeah.
migrated, you know what I'm saying, to West Africa, and how, you know, we ended up on those ships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of tribes that fought. I ain't gonna say it was all peaches and cream that brothers just, but, you know, there's some brothers that did sell us out. There ain't nothing new under the sun. You still see it to this day. Brothers
Yeah.
still selling out for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
think it's important for us as a people that we also know our history. That's been said so many times, but yet it doesn't stick.
Right,
Uh, like the things that are being taught in school, there are a lot of things that are being taught in school that, people forget that it ain't just the president that make decisions.
right,
You have to get with your local and state government.
right,
Uh, the Senate, they make decisions on how much money the schools get, each county get, each city get.
right,
To build, do construction on the roads, to put in new schools, new lights. All that stuff is made a decision that's not necessarily all by the president. And when we go to vote, just shout out to everybody that's going to vote, this August 18th. Y'all make sure y'all vote for local and state. If you just tuning in, we're talking to Reggie, a.k.a. One Dog, Mr. Ford, right out of Winter Park. Man, if y'all don't know, this man got some music and some lyrics that will make you think twice
appreciate that,
about
bro.
what you listening to. There's a
Appreciate
lot of
that.
people out there that's got music, and I say that all the time because it is. But
Right,
everybody who has music out is not always out there to spark the mind to, ignite a generation to be open, to be awake, to not be
right,
asleep.
right.
But with
And I
that being said, we have to teach our children at home. Everything starts at home. Everything
right,
starts at home. When you talk about voting, it starts at home. You talk about cleaning up, it starts at home before they get out into the real world. So why aren't we teaching our children that today, when it comes to knowledge, it's not about what the books that you read, because a lot of the knowledge started with the people before they even got in the books.
correct,
So
correct.
you and I and everybody else who have children, we have to make sure we teach them from the time that they start understanding right from wrong, which is yes and no.
Right, right,
If you don't teach them, we're giving them the process of going to a school to learn, and when it's like when you teach them how to walk, nobody can tell them that's not how to walk, because
right,
they done
right.
already learned it from you.
Man, they
If you
letting the
teach,
world, man. You let the world get them, it's over. It's
it's over,
over. You let the
right?
world get them, it's over, bro. The
Yeah, and
world
and
gonna
that's
make
why we have to be
everything seem
careful.
like it's all right. You know, you see the world now. The world trying to legitimize pedophilia now.
Yeah,
So the world, when the world get a hold of it, it's over. So we got
yeah,
to teach them. We have to teach them with an iron. We got to rule sometime with an iron fist. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying, with our children, because the world get a hold of them, man, it's over.
yeah,
And I see, you know, I talk to, you know, me having a basketball background, I got a lot of friends that play ball, and how it's a lot of single mothers come out there, and how these brothers really try to, you know, teach these young men not only be ball players, but good young men in school and how to conduct themselves around. You know, they teenagers, so they teaching them how to, you know, go on dates with girls and be respectable,
right,
and you know, and really rule them with an iron fist. When they get in trouble, they, you know, the coaches going up to the school and jacking them up. Then a couple of them be like, man, their mothers won't let us, you know, man. I want young, the single black mothers out there to understand this. You don't want your coach to chastise them or any man in that community to chastise them. You opening them up for the system to get a hold of them.
right.
And they don't care nothing about them when they get behind them walls, man.
Mm-mm.
They don't. All they see is another number, young brother, and
Yeah,
it brings tears to my eyes when I see young kids out there on the side of the road, man, picking up trash or cutting down limbs out of the tree with their DC number, you know what I'm saying, with their clothes on behind them. And kids, and I talk to them, man, the guys, guys 19, 20, 21 got 40 years, man. 40 years. And a lot of them kids tell you, oh, man, I want to play football. I want to play basketball. And, and parent, you don't want to be behind those walls visiting your child. Or,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, different. So let these young men, because it's a lot of men, it's a lot of great brothers out here that do want to help. But I hear a lot within the process, a lot of single mothers is not allowing these black men to get involved because they feel like they too tough, too hard on them. Man, you want the hard out here or you want it back there when it's unbearable behind those walls, man.
I think what's important too is when we talk about these young men, no matter what their race is, but especially black, that are growing up in single family homes, especially where it's just a mother and the siblings, and you have a coach, yes, he's strict. But if the father was there, wouldn't he be strict too? It's only to line them up so that they don't go astray. Even if they don't make it to the pro, if they play basketball, football, soccer, hockey, whatever it is, any type of sport that's going to keep them lined up, and also push them where they want to do well in school. It may not be the sport to go to the pro, but they're going to go to college. And if they don't go to college, they'll get a trade. Anything that will allow them.
Be great young men.
Exactly. Yes, because success is not all about being a professional basketball or football player. We're not down in it. But at the same time, what about doctors? What about lawyers? What about, there's some great janitors that's out. I'm not saying that that's what they need to be, but if they aspire to be something in life, you want them to be successful at anything they touch. If it's to be the mayor, if it's to be in, the city council, whatever it is, you want them to be successful. Anything that keeps them from behind that wall, becoming another number, becoming a modern-day slave, working at somebody else's business and don't get paid for it. Don't get no 401k, no benefits, no nothing. But every day you got to get up and go to work inside the jail, inside the prison, because this is what you're going to do because you committed a crime. Now, a lot of times they give us a punishment to the crime that don't fit it.
Don't even fit.
If they get 40 years for selling a dime bag, or they make an example out of you. They throwing a book at you.
And they getting big money off of you, man. That's all it's about. Big business. Big business, man.
Prisons make billions of dollars a year off of people fulfilling those beds, giving long sentences to people just so that they can stuff their pockets. And I started watching a couple, documentaries about that, and it's sad. And sometimes it's hard to watch that. And it's not just us. It's white people, it's Asian people, it's all kind of people that's behind those walls that committed crimes, and they're stuck there. Some of them like, I did this one little thing, and it cost me 45 years. And they're
mostly poor. They're mostly the oppressed. It's mostly the poor.
Yeah,
that's back there, man. And one thing about the movement, when I see talking to my people, of course, you want to wake them up, but it's about waking up the oppressed all together, no matter what nationality. It's about. But when we come to understand that joining together is a more powerful thing than anyone can do, but, I look at it like this here, too. When we do wake up and understand that it's the rich versus the poor, you know what I'm saying, regardless. And, of course, they always going to put the black man all the way at the bottom of it, you know what I'm saying, regardless. But when we wake up to it, then we understand, and we really have to focus on our communities, because in the 60s, we had the shout out to Martin Luther King, ain't no disrespect to him. But I'm going to say this. That movement alone destroyed our community just as worse as the crack era. Because when you have a situation where you're telling people that you sit in, when we went to their restaurants, we forgot about our own. When we went to their hotels, we neglected our own. You know what I'm saying? When we start riding their buses, our buses no longer ran. So when we start understanding the power of ownership and putting it in our communities and getting to the point where, you know what I'm saying, yes, we're upset with our younger generation, but how can we put more blame on them than the ones that came before them? That left them nothing.
Man.
That left them nothing. You know what I'm saying? You left them nothing but, you know what I'm saying, the CIA put the crack rock there and they could say this make this much money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else I can say. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing more I can say. It's like, oh well, it's jobs. Okay, well now I got, but it should be. I should be able. My child should be able to walk right up the street and work for somebody that look just like him.
Right. And
It
I think
should be.
we have a couple. My homegirl, Elise Rawson's on here. It's one thing about the black dollar. We spend over $1 trillion, I believe,
Correct.
just us alone.
Correct.
In material things. If we took that one black dollar and invested into a black-owned business, of course we do. I heard somebody say some people that's black-owned, you want to support them, but their customer service is bad. But in order for customer service to get better, one, you have to write your complaint and not be an a-hole while you're writing your complaint. Two, we have to keep investing into them for them to bring that up, because you think everybody who starts a business has the best customer service. Don't care what race they are. They don't always.
Man, look at here, man. It's restaurants that tell you they don't like serving black food. They still want to go there. So we need to stop using that. You know what I'm saying? As yes, we got some people with some. Our people got some bad. I ain't finna act like we don't. I ain't been in no restaurant with our people and not feel disrespected. But at the same time, you know, we've been in restaurants where people, you know, the server don't even come wait on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, you done been there 2 hours, I ain't seen them now time. So, you know,
and yet,
so they can act like
yet
it ain't.
We still go.
Yo, Asian restaurants, you know, you see, or the nail shops, you see what's happening. And, you know, you see the videos of them, you know, black women getting in there, they accusing them stealing and, you know, all kind of stuff. So, yeah, we can't. Yeah, we do need, you know what I'm saying, some of our businesses definitely need help with their customer service. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But we can't use that as an excuse not to support them.
Not support them, yeah.
Yeah,
and I think that's
430 years behind. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what happens when we get poor service from a black-owned business, that we decide that I'm not coming back anymore, even if somebody was giving rave reviews. Like I said, my girl, Elise Ross, she has a fabulous business that's going on, that's prospering, and it's helping us as a people. And it's dealing with health, and it's something that we most definitely have to talk about, get at, and get right. But in the limelight, when you have a business, you want to make sure that you're servicing people. They want to know why they can't see you, bro. They want to see your face.
Man, I'm trying to get the light right, man. I apologize, y'all. Hold on, trying to get some light in there. I'm sitting in the truck having a conversation, trying to get it right.
Yeah, at least we was having some trouble on Facebook, baby, and so now, you know, we had to jump on Instagram. You know, Instagram give us only an hour, so we got to make sure we get as much information as we can see. Quantity, don't come in here with them eyes now. Back up. Back up. If y'all want to see his picture, y'all know I've been, you know, I jumped on promoting it yesterday. But like I said, this one dog straight out of Winter Park, man. And when I tell you, if you haven't heard his music, man, go to his Instagram page. Go follow him. Go share some of his music. He has some fire lyrics that will open up and spark your mind. Especially if you love somebody who's a lyricist and that's trying to put out a message. He has that. And y'all know I don't put no fakers on here. I don't put no jive turkeys, none of that. None of that, man. It's just the real deal, man.
No jive,
bro. No jive.
No jive, man.
Let's talk a little bit more about your music, man, and where you trying to head to with it. Like, have you been contacted by anybody who, let's say, mainstream, or anybody that's reached out and they heard your music, keep working, or they want to collaborate with you?
I've been like Atlanta, Houston, Texas, just local guys, up and coming guys that's grinding like me and a few other brothers in the city. You know, mostly it'd be, you know, cats that really, you know, on that conscious level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of, you know, I get a lot of, you know, respect around the city through all genres of music. You know, but it's mostly, they look at it like, oh, this ain't, you know, it's real, but it ain't gonna make me no dollar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they want to hear all the other stuff.
The commercial stuff.
Yeah, I done shot 100 niggas yesterday. You know, stuff like that. That's what they want to hear.
The kind of stuff that ain't real is not real life. And I think what's really awesome about people like you who have music that's out is that when you're authentic with what you're doing. It's just like somebody who wants to be successful in anything, right?
Correct.
But in order for you to be successful, you really got to love what you do and do what you love. So that way
Correct.
you never be
Correct.
working a job. You're doing something that you love to do. It's just come natural.
Man, the dollar
And when
don't
you wait,
sway me, man. The dollar
right?
do
So
not sway me. I've been approached about certain things, but the approach has been, can you water it down a little bit? Can you do this a little bit? Or nah, I can't do that. The blessing came from above. I can't sell that, bro.
yeah, and I think that you ask somebody to water their music down. You know, you asking them not to be authentic to who they are.
Correct.
In the same format as like when Pop came out, Pop put out music that was popular. He put out music that was unpopular. But the music that
Right.
was unpopular was the music that people gravitated to. They
Right.
gravitated to it because it spoke to them. It allowed them to be able to understand, like, dang, you know what? We was just having a conversation about that, and I heard it in the song, or vice
Correct.
versa. But it makes you, it starts that conversation that it pushes somebody to say, I got to do something better than what I'm doing now. When
Man,
you started this role, the music coming to you, the ideas coming to you, has there ever been a song that you was like, nah, I ain't feeling that?
yeah, I have plenty of songs, man. Like, you know, being an artist, you're not gonna fall in love with everything you do.
Right.
But at some of them be like, nah, man, you got to go through with it. Some of them I be like, man, nah, I can't put that out. That's too harsh, or that's too much, man. But you know, when God, you know, I look at it like this, man. When we put it on your heart to speak it, you got to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Just like we were talking earlier, when your parents chastise you, you know what's up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And out of it all, bro, the blessing that come out of it all, when people, you know, I had a couple people that hit you up like, man, I was thinking about suicide, or I was thinking about, you know, forget it, I was finna leave my family, I couldn't take it no more. I lost my job, I feel like I'm less of a man. Or then it feel good to hear another man say, I hear it in your music, you talked about the day that you cried and what you been. So, like, man, it's all right. It's like young black men, man, we don't know it's all right to cry, bro. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
listen.
It's all right, bro.
Man, you about to get me started for
You
real.
know
A
what I'm saying?
whole nother
Like,
conversation
bro,
right
it's all
now.
right, bro. You know what I'm
Listen.
saying? We told out. Ain't no other human species upon this earth that get told out more than us, man.
Yeah,
So we
it's
can't be always
crazy.
strong.
It's
That's
so
why.
crazy that you said that, man. It's a lot of people feel like, especially those who are running the streets and want to be hard, that feel like the only time they can cry is when their homeboy die. But
Correct.
if even then if they cry,
Right.
the fact that you got to be so hard that you can't open up, you're closing off any emotion that God gave us to express to one another. The emotion
Right.
to express to somebody that you care about is so crazy that a one man can say, if you cry, you ain't hard, you a punk, you soft. Listen,
Yeah.
Jesus cried when he
Yeah.
was on that cross.
Right.
A mother cried when she lost her son. A father cried when he lost his son. A father cried when he saw another black man being killed by police or
Right.
being killed by another black man. If
Right.
it don't affect you and you can't cry, it's something wrong with
You're
you.
no longer
You
human.
can't be a part of this world.
Yeah. You're no longer human now. Yeah,
That
that's. But we've been taught that's a weakness. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And some part of the streets that teach you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you showing some type of emotion, you open yourself up. You know what I'm saying? You know that's a weak thing. So you got to always, you know what I'm saying, carry on that bravado. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I know I'm a man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? At the end of
If
the
you
day,
secure, if
you
you
know what I'm saying?
secure in your manhood,
That's
crying ain't
real.
gonna never make you weak.
That's real.
It
You
ain't
know
gonna
what I'm
never
saying?
make you. If anything, it's gonna uplift those emotions that you feeling, so that you can press on to the next day and the next day and the next year, so on and so forth. Crying ain't gonna never make you weak, because it's
Man,
part of being a human being. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Oh my God, why we'll have to say this for a whole other couple people went to church today,
Man,
but I'm
brothers
telling you,
got. I make it my business, man. With my brothers, my homeboys, my blood brothers, or just ones I grew up with. I'ma hug them and I'm gonna tell you, brother, I love you. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Every time we depart from one another. So I
right,
want you to know that. A lot of people don't hear that words I love you and
yeah,
genuinely get it and feel it. You know what I'm saying? And I tell that to my sisters too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't hear that either. So
Yeah.
that's just me how I was raised. I was raised out of a house of love, even though, you know what I'm saying, we ain't have it all. You know what I'm saying? We had, we had the government cheese and everything else, but
Hey,
it
I
was
know
love.
all about that.
Yeah. Mama made it happen.
Hey,
Mama
I know
made it
all
happen.
about that, boy. Look here.
I
Listen,
salute
growing up,
Mama with
hey,
both
hey, growing
hands.
up over there in Chocolate City, boy, look here. We had
Man, look
so
at
many
here, man.
days. So
Mama
many
made it
days
happen.
with that good. Ah,
Mama made
man.
it happen, and not just that, your neighbor too, and that's what we miss in
Yeah.
that village. We had a village back then, like you say, Chocolate City. You know what I'm saying? Now, that was a village. Like if you ain't
Yeah.
have something, you can go to your neighbor house. I remember many times, have a neighbor, or their mom might not be there, or whatever going on. We in the '80s, baby, so I came that
Yeah.
crack era. It's rough, but we brought kids in. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
eat and clothes. Now it's not like that anymore. It's that selflessness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And looking out for your neighbor. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It was that village mentality, and that's what we need to get back. And that's what I want to bring in my music. That's what I'm
Right.
gonna continue to bring, that village mentality. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
That whole reaching another generation, reaching another generation, especially the one that's going on right now. They're not afraid to die. They're not afraid to act. They're not afraid to go out and tell you they get high every day. They're not afraid to tell you anything. But it's reckless on so many different levels. But there are some that are reachable, and the ones that
man,
are reachable are able. If we reach those ones that want to come in and change, we spark a domino effect to be able to reach the
we
ones
gotta
that are
pick out the
connected to
leaders,
them.
man. We
Yeah,
gotta pick out the leaders. This
yeah.
is a warrior generation. They ain't scared of nothing. This is a warrior generation.
Nothing,
But
not
only if
nothing.
their path was guided the righteous way, the whole world be in trouble. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If they were guided, they've got it the right way. That's why it was important for the mainstream media. They know what music does. Music is us. It's our soul. That's
right.
music is us. So they know what they did when they stopped having guys like Tupac Shakur in the
Yeah,
mainstream media, powerful masculine black men in the media. They knew
yeah,
what was happening. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Because the FBI said, I put it up. They said the last thing after Pac died, man, the last thing they gonna ever. They say, oh, it will never be another rise of a black messiah in mainstream media unless
Mm.
them themselves made one. So that letting you know what kind of brothers they putting before you in your face and what's raising our kids. Because when you take the fathers out of the household and the only male figure that they see, or of course who they see on the corner or who they see on TV,
Mm.
it's gonna shape them one way or the other
Right.
unless they really again, like where we have sports or different things like that to keep them. But you gotta stay on them 24/7 to keep their mind sharp. And
Yeah.
we don't have too many positive black brothers out there that can keep them. Because one way or the other, they gonna get that male influence some kind of way.
Yeah.
That's all they searching for. That's what majority of them searching for. That
Yeah.
male influence. And then you got cats that's older than us out here still on the block. How the hell you still on the block? Man, you know what I'm saying? You was on the block back when I was in the '80s when I was a chick. You still like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, if you ain't made your money from the '80s by now, so that you can get off the block, you doing something wrong. You
Man, so
definitely
really
doing something
wrong.
wrong.
Something really wrong, man.
Something
But
really wrong.
they the ones that's misguiding these kids. And when you get young brothers, you know what I'm saying, that coming up with positivity, they gonna shun that and try to do all kind of other stuff. But they want to. Misery loves company, bro.
Yeah,
Misery
most
loves
definitely.
company. So if much company you can get around you while you living that miserable life, you want to see everybody else around you miserable too.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
some
I'm saying?
crazy
So
right there, man.
that's what it's about, bro.
Yeah. Hey, is there any other artists that you're working with right now locally that y'all got some new music that's coming out for the people?
Shoot, right now my brother KP407, my brother DSB, he
Mm-hmm.
Westside 104 series. Um, shoot, bro. My brother Wi-Fi Visionaire Film 4K. He's mostly shooting videos right now, but man, he don't got music together. Of course, Cheetah Dog.
Yeah.
Few other artists we spoke. You know what I'm saying? On me's. Um, Young Silk on around the city. I'm trying to reach out to a few other cats. Shout out to J Dog in Houston, Texas. He an underground legend up there in Houston, doing this thing, man. A few others, man. I'm just praying and hoping it manifests, into some pretty
Right.
big things in the game. But I'm gonna just let that sit and manifest into whatever it's gonna be.
Man, that's crazy. The music that's out in Florida right now is so hot, but a lot of people still haven't caught the wave yet. And they
Right, right.
catching it, but they ain't catching it fast enough. Before we get out of here, man, how can people get a hold of you and reach out to you if they want to link up and collaborate and everything that goes along with doing some good music?
Man, it's Reggie Ford, ReggieFord on Facebook. On One Dog numeral 1DAWG 83WP on the ground. Check me out on YouTube One Dog numeral 1DAWG, SoundCloud One Dog numeral 1DAWG, Reverb Nation.
Oh,
That Piff, working on some stuff to get on Apple Music as we speak. Right
yeah.
now, I just want to let everybody know too, man. Keep your head up, and don't worry about the haters out there. Stay positive.
Yeah,
The haters, I gotta let them know. What's Satan's job on this earth? To take as many souls with him, right?
steal, kill, and destroy.
Okay, so what a hater doing? That's all they need, company on what they doing. Let them sit over there
Yeah, they
miserable.
need some company on their road
And
trips.
and keep giving them hell every time. And that's what One Dog finna do. And I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you giving me time
Hey, no
to do my
problem, man.
thing, bro.
No problem. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that is my boy Reggie, One Dog. Listen, Mr. Ford. Listen, Mr.
Man,
Ford,
salute.
can you hook me up with a Ford car? Man, I need a new Ford truck right now, man.
Man, I see what I can do, man. But we gotta go see Uncle Johnny around the corner in the backyard. They go, he a bootlegger too. He got the moonshine out there too.
Oh,
So we
Lord.
see what
Oh,
we see
Lord.
what
I
we can put
don't
together.
think I'm ready for the moonshine.
You don't want that one? It's a truck
No.
back there. He been working on for
Hey,
20 years.
hey,
It's a
I need
truck
my
back
chest, man. I need my
there.
chest everything. I can better do my job, what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, but we're gonna get you right though. You want your full, we're gonna get you right though. We're gonna
Hey.
get you though.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for being on the show, man. Hey, listen, next time we're gonna make sure we get Facebook right so that we can do what we're doing, so everybody can, tune in like they've been doing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuning in, we about to close out the show right now. But we've been talking to Mr. One Dog himself, Reggie Ford. Listen, y'all make sure y'all jump on his Instagram, go follow him, download his music on any platform right now. He's gonna be on Apple Music. We're gonna keep praying this coming on Apple Music soon, but you can get him on SoundCloud, Reverb Nation. If y'all want to hook up with this brother, you see he's very intelligent. He got a lot going on. He's very smart in what he's talking about. He knows his Bible. Listen, ain't too many people that I'm gonna say it. Did I say ain't too many people gonna get on here and call out those scriptures and know what they talking about. You understand what I'm saying? And you did that, brother. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Man,
You
I
did that.
appreciate it. That's all glory to the Most High, man.
Most definitely, bro. Listen, we're gonna keep in touch and we're gonna keep supporting you. You got my support already, bro. I'm gonna be blasting that music all day, every day. So, man, you keep
Appreciate it.
doing what you
Shout
do.
out to
Listen,
everybody that's on here too, man. That came in on the live too.
yeah,
I love
appreciate
y'all
it.
back, man.
Yeah, for real. Y'all like, comment, and share. Y'all make sure y'all go holler at my boy. Y'all get on this IG. Most importantly, y'all love yourself, forgive others, keep going forward in life. Don't go backwards. You can't make up what happened in the past. You can
I'm
only
trying
make
to
up
tell
what
you.
you're getting ready to do in the future. This is preparation time. If you're not preparing
All
yourself
learning
right now,
lessons,
man,
man.
if you're not preparing yourself right now, you're going to have some real issues. I love y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about it. As long as you have faith, commitment, and love, anything, and I mean anything is possible. Reggie, boy, I be hollering at you, brother.
Man, 100 all the way around, man. Double salute, man. I love y'all on IG. Y'all stay up,